Hello, all. Hi, Solar. How are you doing? Fun, fun, fun. I'm just sitting here in the heat, just slowly being cooked alive by the weather. Hi, Michael. Thank you for a follow. How are you doing? It's been a while since I've seen you. Oh, fun. Using Zoom to... I feel sorry for you. Oh, Michael, why are you awake then? Or are you also having a heat wave and can't sleep because it's too hot? Oh, okay.
So many sick people. Can one man help all of them?
So what have you been up to? Also, I figured out something fun that I could do on while playing Assassin's Creed. So I have so what I have here is that I have the MSI overlay, but I can also put on the Mango HUD, so I can see how hard the computer works in both Windows and Linux for handling both the stream and the game. Oh, nice! Yeah, Mango HUD is real nice. Let's see. What level are you? 24. Yeah, I'm not gonna touch you. Yeah, I figured it would be interesting to see how the computer actually handles the stream and the actual game, considering how warm it is right now. Mint is nice though. It's a nice starting point for those that want something similar to Windows. But like it's a nice ow. Oh. It's a it's a nice starting point for those that want something similar to Windows. And I have used Mint before. I have recommended Mint to people to, as soon as I see them have a Nvidia card. At least from my experiences in the past before, Mint has like done what everyone else has done, where it's like install the driver yourself and just cross your fingers that it will work fine after a kernel update in the future. Correct me if I'm wrong though, if that have actually changed though. Because I would really like to actually have a second recommendation other than Pop OS to people. I have not seen him not say anything about not streaming today. His stream might be later today, so if he actually starts streaming while I stream, well, let's raid him. Because I think he streams later on these days. Give me 2 seconds and I will check. Let's see, schedule. He's supposed.
Well, look who's back.
He's supposed to have started 45 minutes ago. Chris, what are you doing? Yeah, he's supposed to have started 45 minutes ago. I'm sorry, Chris, what are you doing? So no, he hasn't said anything, but if I were to take a guess, I would say something at work probably popped up and he had to go. Hi Lakshin, how are you doing? But yeah, Michael, how does Mint handle NVIDIA drivers these days? Is it still the good old of install the NVIDIA package and cross your fingers? Okay, good, then I actually have something reliable I can actually recommend to people who have NVIDIA cards too. That's like all I wanted to know. Because all my systems with NVIDIA cards, I kind of need them for work, so I can't really just reinstall them and test them long run. To see how NVIDIA is doing on them.
I thought they were exaggerating when they said people from all around came to see Hippocrates.
So, what has caused this man's condition?
An excess of phlegm, Doctor.
In the immediate sense, yes. But more importantly, he suffers from neglect.
Neglect?
Good food, warm clothing, so much could have helped. But since other caretakers assumed his condition was a punishment from the gods, they neglected him.
Challenging tradition. Huh. You must be Hippocrates.
Yes, I'm also very busy.
This will only take a moment. I won't keep you away from your patients. And your students?
Observation, experience, and experimentation are crucial for treatment. My followers are learning that.
I've come from your clinic in Argus. So Stratos asked me to give you this.
I knew I forgot some things. So Stratos is a good physician, but a better apprentice there is none. Did you ask him to pay you for this delivery?
Of course I did. I'm Amistios.
Ungenerous, but honest at least. What can I call you, Mistios?
Alexios of Sparta.
What did you come here for, Alexios of Sparta?
I've been searching for a Spartan woman.
What makes you think I would know her?
I was told you may have helped her a long time ago.
Maybe the priests at the sanctuary of Asclepios can help. They keep detailed records of all who passed through.
Please, Hippocrates, I came very far to meet you.
As did this patient, and the one before him, and the one before her. My patients need me, but my notes on diseases of the mind were taken. Retrieve them, and I will help you find what you seek. Hurry, this patient doesn't have much time left.
I mean, isn't that true for pretty much any Linux system that has its own distro that are with a desktop environment and everything? There's the beginners and the really lazy advanced people. Like with Pop OS, I'm probably in the latter. Because I'm certainly no beginner. I'll be nice to this guy.
Where should I look for your notes?
4 Tyrins, not far from here. Perhaps they'll return them if you ask.
Or they could prepare for a new battle. With me.
Far be it for me to tell Amistios how to work, but please, for my sake, do not kill needlessly. Enough blood has been shed in this war.
I can tell you how every Linux community sounds like. The Ubuntu community, the Arch community, and pretty much every single Linux community there is. Like, you have a bit of everything in all of them. However, the most toxic people seem to actually revolve around Arch though. Sorry, Arch users.
Did Chrysis take your notes?
Ah, you've met the priestess. No, not her, but the local military commander. I can't fault his desperation. Those men suffered terribly from battle fatigue.
She would have come here a long time ago, with an injured baby. Are you sure she would have passed through the sanctuary of Asclepios?
I was a young man then. When I encountered a situation beyond my skills, I would send the patient to the sanctuary.
And these priests keep records of their patients.
Yes, engraved in stone. The elder priest might remember.
Also, just in case someone actually redeems the "hey, play from a tablet," I'm actually booting up my tablet while
What was
I'm
so
waiting for
interesting
the
about
dialogue.
these notes?
They were my notes about diseases of the mind, including what the priests call the sacred disease. That's what this patient has. He's losing control of his limbs and throat, sometimes frothing at the mouth. I fear his breathing will stop next.
According
Oops.
to Sostratos, you don't like people mentioning your... you know,
My what?
your hair. Or lack of it.
Yes, yes. Make your jokes while walking around like one of Phidias' sculptures come to life.
Hi Sparky, how are you doing?
I'll do my best with what you've told me.
Good luck. We're depending on you.
Okay, well, I think I can remove the overlays. I don't really need them, but it was interesting to see how the computer is handling with everything. I'm slowly getting cooked alive by the weather. Which one was further away of these two? Okay. Yesterday the temperature here was 47 degrees Celsius. I am a Scandinavian. I'm used to 20 degrees Celsius. And my neighbor is now smoking. Be right back, closing the window. Ugh. I have no problems with people smoking, but when you see that your neighbor's window is fully open on an extremely hot day, at least give them a heads up. Hey, I'm gonna start smoking now, and the wind is blowing towards your window. I wish I had the money for an air condition. Sadly, I do not. And I've been looking at portable air conditions too, but they're still expensive. And yeah, I'm not allowed to actually have a wall-mounted air condition here, which really sucks.
Hippocrates' notes are well guarded. Why?
Yeah, Sparky, the one thing that I'm curious about is where should I put the tube?
The mighty Tyrians, built by the Cyclopes, or so the legend goes.
Like, where should I put the tube to get rid of the excess heat
Best stay out of sight.
from the portable air condition? Because I have people smoking on both sides of my apartment. The only locations where there are windows. Chris was supposed to stream 45 minutes ago, but he didn't. I have no idea what's happening, and nobody does. However, I did notice that he was offline from Discord, so he might actually have internet problems, for all we know. Okay, well then I have no idea what Mr. Derpington is doing. But hey, if his stream is like late and I end up finishing, we will just raid him. Okay, so he is busy. We know that much. I mean, all we pointed out was that every operating system has its uses, which they do.
Someone over there? I swear there was someone.
This is normal.
No! Going down! Ready!
But I think he also made that video to address that everyone is trying to go like, X sucks, you should use Linux. No matter what. I mean, I learned macOS too because, like, I had a chance to. I could get a MacBook for $100 since I was a special needs student at school, and I figured, hey, this gives me a chance to learn macOS. So I took that chance, and oh, god damn it!
You!
What? What? Yeah, like, as long as you're not going to do anything that revolves 3D modeling, video editing, or gaming, a MacBook can work pretty fine. But you'll be stuck with doing light work. Like, I think coding would probably be the heaviest thing you would do. Yeah, I can't do any work without Linux at all. So, like, if I have to use Windows at work, I will tell them, like, as long as Windows is not a hard requirement, I will literally go, hey, I'll be way more efficient with Linux. Like, we're talking 6 times more efficient. Are you sure you want to force me to use Windows, even though none of the tools are needed? That are needed are Windows only. No, it's more the fact that there is a bounty hunter after me, and I think they're level 23, and I can't be bothered to deal with them. Huh, interesting. Didn't detect me, they detected the lion. Uh-oh. No, 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 no. Thanks for follow, Goldie. I'm just gonna run away. That's a bit too hefty for me right now. If the bounty hunter wasn't there, that would be fine. Yeah, I saw that. I saw that comment. Oh.
Someone's down.
Yeah, operating system matters for beginners. Like, teach people how to handle any operating system, and you can literally prepare them for the world and do literally anything. This is exactly why at the school that I work, we teach the students how to use Windows, Mac, and Linux. And also Chrome OS. Chrome OS is its own thing. Exactly. So when I get into a work environment where it's like, oh, all you need to do is in the browser and
Gods, I hope that was nothing.
like everything is in the browser, but you're forced to use Windows, and I question them why.
Huh, I'm imagining things.
And can I use Linux instead? And they cite, hey, it's because of Active Directory or whatever. I tell them, I can help you connect it to Active Directory. Let me use Linux and the tools that I need, and I will be 6 times more efficient. It's also why why I am one of the only Linux users at my work, other than the actual students who actually use Linux, and a lot of them actually enjoy it.
Your death will pay well.
Yeah, I've done the same at my work when we redid everything. Everything is agnostic. We can use Mac, Windows, Linux, Chrome OS, doesn't matter. Our Active Directory syncs to G Suite, which lets us use our Active Directory with Chrome OS, and we can already use Active Directory with Linux and Windows and Mac OS. So like, there's no problems. I wrote my own package manager for group policies, or group policies in quotation marks, for Linux. On Mac we couldn't really be bothered because the Mac users they're not able to do anything anyway.
What are you doing here?
Hippocrates sent me. Your commander stole his notes, and I think you have them.
The ones written by the great Hippocrates himself. I'm sorry. They were burned in the last attack.
What?
You heard me. The medical tent was burned. At least I memorized the notes before we lost them. I'll transcribe them when I have time, or when the war subsides.
Then you'll have to come with me. A patient Hippocrates is treating will die without your help.
I have a patient right here who needs my help.
Can't someone else take care of this one?
I'm the only doctor here. Now let me work.
I'll wait here for you to finish. If I leave, what's stopping you from running away?
Thinking like a mercenary. Guess I shouldn't be surprised. Then make yourself useful and bring me my bone forceps. Some idiot or another's always borrowing them.
Then you'll come treat Hippocrates' patient.
You have my word.
I'll go get your bone forceps.
Okay, I will hydrate. Also, if you're wondering why my webcam is off, it's because my webcam is cooked. Yeah, I'm drinking, don't worry. I'm hydrated. It is about 45 degrees right now outside. Sparky, my webcam fried. As in, like, it just stopped working.
Stop! You're not allowed here.
Ah, yes. What the? Okay, I don't know how that works, but I will take it. I went past the other guard and just stabbed the guard behind him, and I didn't get detected. That was great. And yeah, I know how horrible the Australian summers will can be from my friend Jemmy. Yes, Michael, and this is a Scandinavian country, far, far north. Like, Michael, I'm used to 20 degrees Celsius as a maximum. I have no idea how much that is in Fahrenheit, so feel free to convert and get shocked and enjoy my suffering. Uh-oh. No. Come here, come here.
Your head is mine!
Ow.
Give up already.
You're strong. Good. Gather your things and meet me at my ship.
Wait, Goldie, where are you located? Where are you located?
The forceps should be in there. Once I deliver these, we can get back to Hippocrates. These are the forceps you wanted.
All right. Oh, I thought you joined from the notification from the actual server, a different server. I just thought it was a coincidence, but yeah, it's. You have heard me in heard me in the voice calls that I've been complaining about the heat. So, oh, hi. I'll put you out of your misery. There we go. Oh. Where's the big boss guy? Oh, he is far over there. Oh. Okay, well, I guess I won't be doing that.
I'll kill you!
Yeah, I'm relatively close to the ocean, but it's like so warm here because like the summers have gotten warmer and warmer and the winters have gotten warmer and warmer over the years.
Is this it?
You want a half-bed assistant? When I'm done with the surgery, I'll be honored to help Hippocrates.
Here we go, we made his build a lot
Might be
better.
limping for a while, but Apollo willing, they'll make a full recovery.
I'll meet you there. Don't be late.
Oh, no, 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 you... No, 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 you saw nothing. You saw nothing. Okay, Oh, which direction is this? Oh, that's over there. Yeah, we're losing the polar caps. Like, I fear for how the winters will look in, like, just 20 years. Considering how fast the winters have gone from plenty of snow to literally nothing. Yeah, I dread for the day where we see no snow during the whole winter, which we're getting really close to. Uh-oh. Ooh, I'm dead. Oh, somehow I survived. Okay. Yeah, I'm surprised that Chris didn't stream today. It's weird. Yeah, way too much pollution. Way too many people who are calling it BS too, so it doesn't really help. But hey, anything for short-term money.
Hippocrates, how is your patient?
You were gone so long, he didn't survive.
Oh no.
I'm sorry, Hippocrates. We took more time because this measles helped me save my own patient.
Sometimes science requires tough decisions.
If we're finished here, I'll take some time and write down what I remember of your notes, Hippocrates.
I'll go see the priests for more information about my mother.
Come with me. You've had a busy day. The importance of diet to maintaining one's health cannot be overstated.
What good can one apple really do?
Well, taken daily, they can keep the doctor away. But to more serious matters, I know why you're here. You're looking for your mother.
You remember her?
I was young then. I didn't know how to help. I turned her away. But her look of determination and despair was burned into my mind. It has never left me, and it never will. After, I swore to Apollo that I wouldn't turn away another patient, that I'd dedicate my life to the cause. She made an impression on me. Your brave mother did.
She would be happy to know that.
I sent your mother to the sanctuary of Asclepios. Tell the elder priest a treatment for the sacred disease will soon be available to any patient who needs it. Then he may talk to you.
Thank you for everything, Hippocrates. I'll go see him now.
Like, there's so much that can actually help the environment, and it doesn't get done because of beliefs, politics, money. It's really sad. And in the end, everyone suffers, and everyone complains, and nothing gets done. Nice!
I need to talk to him. The Sanctuary of Asclepios, god of medicine. I'd rather trust a physician than a god to heal me.
Filthy. Disgusting. If you're here for your purification bath, you'll have to come back another time.
I'm here for information.
In that case, you can go straight to Hades.
I need to know about a Spartan woman who came through here many years ago.
Did that eagle of yours shit in your ears? I'm under strict orders not to talk to any mercenaries. Especially not about Spartan women or injured babies.
I never mentioned a baby.
Think you're so smart? Many women pass through with babies. Now leave me. I have my own problems to deal with.
Maybe I can help you.
Snakes!
Snakes.
They're everywhere! Must have escaped from the Tholos. We keep them for treatments, but they invaded the bathhouse.
These snakes killed someone?
A patient was purifying himself when they slithered in. Turns out he's terrified of snakes. Fell over dead. Now the snakes have made him their home.
What if I took care of your snake problem? Would you talk to me then?
Oh, most definitely. The purification bath is crucial in the path towards healing.
Oh, cool. Yeah, I recently changed my domain name for my stuff. Simply because I actually got a new router from my ISP because they destroyed my previous modem. And the new multi-modem I got was actually decent enough for me to actually integrate it into my network. And I now have the best wireless network in the whole neighborhood. I don't have the best speed, but I have the best wireless connection.
I'll clear out these snakes in no time. Icarus could use a good feast.
Try not to kill them. The Rios will be furious if you sacred snakes get chopped to bits.
Then how am I supposed to deal with them?
Snakes are drawn to the bath's heat. Flood them with cold water, and they'll slither back to their hole. There's an underground pipe that may help you.
How did all these snakes get loose? And why are there so many at the sanctuary?
Blame Dorios. He's supposed to keep them in the Tholos. Patients with afflictions of the mind are healed by the snakes. Their tongues are like kisses from the gods.
What does taking a bath have to do with healing the sick?
Asclepios only visits the dreams of the pure. When the sick arrive, they offer sacrifice, cleanse their bodies in the bathhouse. Only then do we let them rest in the Abaddon, where Asclepios appears and heals them.
I mean, my domain just tells everyone that it's a teapot. Like, that's literally the reason I got it. Sparky can actually confirm this. All my domain does is literally just tell people that it's a teapot.
I'll take care of your snake problem. Then, you'll tell me what I need to know.
Totally, totally, that's exactly what I'm doing.
He's over there.
But no, I'm teapotting the internet. Ah, found it.
That's the pipe. Opening it should flood the bath and get rid of the snakes.
And? Is the bathhouse free of snakes?
I flooded the bathhouse with cold water.
Good riddance.
Well?
Well, what?
I took care of the snakes. Now you're going to tell me about the Spartan woman and the baby.
I actually don't know anything. It was before my time. The man who does know is Midon, but he won't tell you. He won't tell anyone anything.
Can I punch this guy?
Malaki snakes. Ugh. At least I got a name. Midon.
There we go, I'm happy now. One thing I really hate about the stream manager interface on Twitch is that it doesn't show any of your friends streaming. And it doesn't show any recommended channels either, so you have to manually seek out people to raid. It's a continuous criticism that I have of the stream management page, because it's horrible. I mean, it's good for what it is, it's just that it's bad. I wish you good luck with with making the generators. Sounds like a fun project. You only have 3 friends. Is Chris one of them?
Greetings, young one. Come to offer Asclepios a sacrifice?
No, but I'm searching for a Spartan mother who may have.
The great goddess Ira guides many mothers to the sacred place. Surely I'm too feeble to remember them all.
What are these stone slabs for?
These are records. We document all who pass through, their illnesses, treatments, so that the glory of Asclepios can be celebrated.
Then I don't need your memory. I just need to find the right stone.
Yes, of course. That's very wise indeed. If only I had the time to help you.
Oh, me, Sparky, and Chris. Hey, I know Sparky and Chris. And Michael.
Listen, I'm not here to hurt you. I'm just looking for my mother.
It's Chrysis. She's got every priest in the sanctuary under her thumb, and she'll squash anyone who feeds information to the Eagle Bearer.
Then don't tell me anything. Just bring me to the stone that can.
Follow me then. Quickly. We must be discreet.
Lead the way.
I'm good. I'm good. Just slightly cooked.
This way. Over here. If anyone is watching, they'll have my head.
What kind of sanctuary isn't safe for its priests?
Times have changed, Eagle Bearer.
I swear the priestess is probably a Templar. Or rather, Cult of Cosmos.
I remember this tale. Written during the time of the great Elot Revolt. You would have been only a child.
I don't need the history, just the details.
It tells the tale of a woman with worms in her throat. Asclepios took off her head so we could remove them, then reattached it in her sleep.
Definitely not the right one. I wonder what Hippocrates would think of these treatments.
Hippocrates is a fine healer. Showed so much promise.
Yeah,
Sure.
smashed.
He's healing the sick right now.
He puts too much faith in his hands, and not enough in the gods.
When it comes to life and death, I prefer hands. Are all the testimonies so outrageous?
Writers today, Thucydides, Euripides, the petulant Aristophanes, all of them try for realism. But what really inspires is greatness, magic, gods. This one tells the tale of a man with sword wounds. A pack of dogs licked him clean, and Eureka! A man's best friend indeed.
This is hopeless.
These stories give people hope, Eagle Bearer.
Well, I'm losing mine. Tell me about Chrysis.
A very powerful, dangerous woman. But it was not always so. She was abandoned here as a child and taken in by the priests. Taught the ways of the gods. She learned very quickly. Was very strong-willed. And before too long, it was the priests who listened to her. She was loved, but there's an anger in her.
Well, thank you for tuning in, Michael.
heart to be soothed.
I really appreciate
So,
it.
when her
Have fun
methods
building the
comes to
computer.
madness, anyone who opposed her got.
Got what?
I've already said too much.
And what about this one? Let me guess. It tells the tale of a blind woman who had her eyes licked by snakes.
It reads of Sparta. Came here with child. Sought pity from the gods.
Why is most of it scratched out?
Oh, I'll just tell you. I know this one by heart. The Spartan woman arrived filthy and bleeding from her travels. We cared for her, gave her food, a bath, and she left. Where she went, I do not know. The child could not be saved.
Who does know where she went?
We've been spotted. Meet me later, near the olive tree of Heracles, at the entrance of the sanctuary. I may have something for you.
And what do we have here? A priest and a mercenary out for a friendly stroll?
May the gods be with you, Plistos. I was just on my way to the archives when this Misthios bumped into me.
Is that so? And what were you both chatting about so fervently, might I ask?
I'm filthy and could use a good bath. The kind priest here was pointing me in the direction of the bathhouse.
Yes, that's correct. The bathhouse is right over there. Now, if you'll excuse me.
The baths are for healing the sick, not for washing the blood off one's hands. Leave.
Yeah, I figured, but have fun building the computer.
That old priest hiding by the tree.
So he's far over there. Okay. Oops. Ah, fantastic. None of the bounty hunters are after me. For now. Go over here first. See.
The tree of Heracles. I'm not sure if it's loved more for its legend or its olives. Now, where's that priest?
I thank you for your discretion, Eagle Bearer. Chrysis has many eyes and ears throughout the sanctuary.
What else can you tell me about the Spartan woman and child?
The woman left the child's blanket behind. We tried to return it, but it was too painful a memory for her.
Where did she go? What
Sure,
happened to the child?
I'm a farmer later.
So Chrysis was right.
Oh.
You knew the rules, Timoxenos. You will suffer her wrath.
Plistos, please.
Get behind me, priest. I'll deal with these two. Ready to die!
Ow. Ow. These dual-wielding people really suck. More people, really? How many people? I don't think there's supposed to be this many people here. There we go, I can get him away. Why are there so many? Oh great, a bounty hunter, this is perfect. Exactly what I wanted.
Won't get away from me. Won't get away now. Your story ends here.
Wait, do I not have any more arrows? I might be out of arrows. No, I do have arrows. This is going poorly for me. More, really? This is getting really, really annoying.
Just die.
Easier said than done. Come on. Okay, that's that one done. Yeah.
I'll make it quick. We're getting away. We won't escape. Can't believe you're still standing.
Yeah, I'm going to recruit you. And oh, you died. Never mind. Okay, so let's go and actually have a look at the guy that we managed to kill. We need to probably confirm this kill. No, we just loot him. Yoink! Loot all the things. Okay, so somehow we just hope that he got away. Because that got a bit hectic. Still no stream from Chris. I wonder what that actually happened. Weird. Because unlike me, he actually has a schedule.
Please help our daughter. May Asclepius spare her from suffering.
Will she live?
Not unless the gods heed our prayers. Many sick Athenians have arrived in Argolis recently, and very few have left. This poor girl has the same sickness.
Is there anything I can do to help?
I was warned of the Eagle Bearer. Wants nothing but drachmi for blood. I was told.
We're wasting time, priest. We can discuss what I want when this sick girl's needs are taken care of.
Her illness seems to have no cure, and it's spreading. Our sacrifices have done little to draw the attention of the gods. Pigs, goats, all have fallen on deaf ears. We need a beast whose blood will ignite these flames for Asclepius to see.
What did you have in mind?
There is a rumor of a bull with skin as white as snow roaming the sanctuary outskirts. Head west of here, towards the coast. Bring it to me alive, and we'll offer a sacrifice the gods cannot ignore. I'm touched you will help these people, but I know why you're really here. Chrysis made all priests swear oaths to seal our lips in the face of the eagle-bearing Mystios, or forfeit our lives. But I serve the gods and the sick. My oaths are to them.
The outskirts are vast. Can you be more specific about the location of the bull?
Oh, Chris is streaming now. Cool.
Mount Corifum, near the Assini ruins.
Well, I will raid
If you're
him once I'm
just going
done.
to slit its throat, why do you need the bull alive?
But we're not just going to slit its throat.
Did he say why he was
First,
late?
We pour water on its head. If it nods, we may proceed. Gods, mortals, and animals, all must be willing participants in the sacrifice, or it is impure. To save this many people, we will need the beast's blood, bones, and fat.
Tell me about Chrysis. She has everyone terrified.
We taught her everything we knew about healing, about the gods. Then she found new teachers, people in masks. They changed her, turned her heart black. They became her gods.
I'll find this bull for you.
Ah, there he is, streaming now.
Don't do anything foolish.
Ella,
I've been playing The Witcher 3 lately though, because it's one of the games that I play on my own time and not actually stream. It's been nice to actually cool off and just play from my tablet on that.
the white bull. Am I too late?
Ooh. Ooh. Oh, there. Nice.
There'll be trouble if I'm spotted here.
I hope you said goodbye to the family.
Ah, yes, a bounty hunter. Just what I wanted in this location. Oh, he's only doing a 1 hour stream. Well, I will be done once I'm done with this quest then. Because I also want to play Armello. Ooh, yeah, that thing is not alive. Yeah, Armello is fun. You should try and join us sometime, Sparky.
Doesn't look like he died willingly. I'll take his heart for the sacrifice. It'll have to do. Not the best feeling. I hope this heart is enough. If they want the whole bull, they can come get it themselves.
Well, I can still try and actually get a few other people to join. I mean, we have Drummer, he has the game. And I have a few others that might join. I mean, we also have Ro. Ro might join.
Come on.
Zelda and Grumla are not like the only people with Armello. They're the most active people, for sure. What the heck is going on here? Oh, Sparta versus Athenians. I'm not gonna bother.
Same sickness as the rest. This is very troubling.
Oh. That was not what I was supposed to do, but okay.
Did you find the white bull?
I couldn't bring it back alive. But I did manage to collect its heart.
This won't be enough to please Asclepios. The beast died unwillingly, and with just the heart, we'll only be able to pray for one life.
Please, Mythios. The white bull you killed was mine. My farm feeds half of Arolis. If I die, people will starve.
I beg you! My husband was killed by this sickness. I have 2 small children. Who will take care of them if I die? I am wealthy and will pay you for this blessing.
It's okay. Give the sacrifice to them.
You did this. You choose whose prayers get heard by the gods.
I know what it's like to be small and forsaken. Pray for the girl.
You'll regret this.
Not an easy choice, Mystios, but it's been made. The rest is in the hands of the gods.
I did my part, priest.
The Spartan woman you're after.
You've met her?
Her visit to the sanctuary is legendary, but sadly, it was before my time. The man you want is Midon, the elder priest. He spoke of her often. That is, before he cut out his tongue.
Cut out his tongue?
When he's not healing the sick, he's in the guest house. Spends a lot of time being tended to by the servants.
Thank you. I won't forget you helped me.
And these people won't forget you helped them.
Okay, so the next quest should be Speak No Evil. Let's try and interrogate him, see how that goes. If that sends me to a fetch quest, or just a long trade of quests, I'm not going to do that. I will do that later. Main point was I wanted to get the beginning of the Doctor quest done and just get some Assassin's Creed in. Because I've been missing playing this game. I always do, but like it's been way too warm for me to stream. Way too warm. That and I've been dealing with some computer issues recently that I've had to fix. Oh.
Careful. Don't want to be caught here.
Hmm. Okay, and then... How was that done? There you go, I think we got all of them. Nobody noticed anything.
Guards!
They're dead. And you must be Midon.
He doesn't speak.
So I've heard. I'm here to find out why.
Chrysis did this to him.
I thought he did this to himself.
To prove his loyalty to her.
Now, why would Chrysis want an elder priest to cut out his tongue?
Midon is a caring, generous man.
I want answers from him, not you. Tell me about the Spartan woman and her baby.
He can only answer yes or no.
The Spartan woman. Was her name Rini? They said she had a baby with her. Was it hers?
The baby was close to death when they arrived. Midon prayed for its life.
You saved the child. No?
He did everything he could, but the baby was badly wounded.
Something doesn't add up.
Did she tell you where she was going? Do all sanctuary priests take their servants to bed?
I am not his servant. We share a sacred bond.
Sacred? Right. I know why Chrysis made you cut out your tongue. The night my mother brought my sister here, you and your priests left her for dead. And Chrysis didn't like you telling the story.
That's not what happened!
What do you know? You're too young to have been there.
He told me the story many times before that witch stole his voice. He tried to save the baby, did everything he could. I don't believe you. Dead. How can my baby be dead?
I don't know what to tell you. You were lucky she survived as long as she did. That fall was devastating.
My baby! My baby!
Listen, there's nothing we can do for you anymore. You'd best be on your way. Ray is here.
They're gone. They're both gone. He wept for that Spartan woman so far from home. Her baby barely recognizable, hardly breathing.
Tell me, please. I need to know.
Not even Apollo could save the child. Midon told me how the Spartan woman wept, held the baby in her arms, sang to her, before finally leading her to the gods.
Chrysis took the baby, didn't she? And she made you cut out your tongue to hide the truth. Where is Chrysis?
There is an altar, where people offer their sick babies to be healed. This is where she took the child. Find it near the statue of Apollo Maleatas, and you'll find Chrysis.
People come to this sanctuary to heal, but I come here and find people dying without hope, priests without tongues, and babies left with an insane woman. My mother was a fool to trust any of you. I'm going to find Chrysis, and she's going to pay for what she's done.
Hush, my child. May Ira bless our sacred family.
I knew it.
So Chrysis is the key to finding my mother. I must find this altar of Apollo Maliatas.
Okay, let me get out of this area so I can save. And we will go and raid Chris. The abilities. What would be a good ability to get now? I mean, this one is always good. Like, guarantee that... Oh. For a spear level 5. Okay, I guess I will get this one then. There we go. Right, and I will delete that one. Or write that one, because I actually didn't have to do a recording. Let me see if I do this. Ah, manual save one. Awesome. There we go. So, thank you all for tuning in, and we'll prepare to raid a certain Chris. Thank you for tuning in.